Hello, 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 and hello. Welcome to Panel Talk. I'm your host, Troy Skubitz, and we have a terrific show lineup for you today. We have the very prominent drag queen of Seattle, Mr. Mark Finley. And he's going to be joining us, and he's going to come as Mark Finley and then just doll himself up right in front of our eyes, which is very exciting. But before we get started and meet our guests, let's take a look to see who's on the panel. Hello, panel.
Hello.
Hi. Hello, panel. Hi, Geno.
Hi, Troy.
How are you?
Good. How are you?
Very tall hair. Like, probably the tallest that we've ever seen. Yeah.
It is.
Yeah.
I think I can do. Are you throwing down the glove?
Yeah.
Is that a challenge?
No.
It is a challenge.
Just
Let's
wait.
see how we should get
How
a
high?
ruler every taping and measure.
See how high you can get
Okay.
it.
Yeah.
4.5 inches. It tops out. Then you have to coil and tuck. It just doesn't. It maxes and then it just.
You're the only one I know that uses Viagra for their hair.
Used to be Niagara, but now that Viagra's come out, hey. You know?
At least something gets hard.
Oh, boy, oh boy, this is,
Wow.
yeah, very catty show.
So how's the Rogaine Hair Club for Men summer picnic going?
Gave up.
And the nice one in the middle, Katie, how are you doing?
I'm doing
Nice
fine,
one.
Troy.
Yeah?
Thank you.
And what's new?
I'm married now.
Let's see the ring.
Woo.
Woohoo!
Is it cut glass?
No, it's a princess cut.
Because you're a little princess.
Princessa. You're my princessa.
Aww.
Oh, what a doll. And how was the wedding?
It was very well.
Went well?
Well,
Family went down?
about 30 people went down to Vegas with us.
Las Vegas.
We had a great
Las
Did you
time.
have a Elvis impersonator marry you?
No, actually, we had Hap the minister, who sounded very sincere, even though he did a wedding every 15 minutes.
Really?
He remembered their names and everything and used them like 12
No,
times.
he
during-
writes it down with a grease pen on
You're
a plastic
kidding.
sheet.
It's
No.
the same. It's the same
Yes.
sermon.
Is
Is that the type where you lift the
over.
sheet? And
Yeah, just wipe it off, and then you write in the next couple's
but
name with a grease pen.
He really sounded sincere, though. I mean,
Yeah.
he was great.
Like he knew you.
Yeah, but he kept. I had to go to the bathroom really bad.
Yeah.
And he kept talking about some vessel being full. And I'm like, if he mentions the vessel one
more time.
I'm going to wet my pants right up there. Right there. But it went well,
All right.
except for Helga the hair Nazi.
Oh, well, we have to talk. Save it for another
Okay,
show.
Lock and key.
Okay.
All
And
right.
Dave, how are
From
you doing?
little
Good, how are
princess
you?
to the
Yeah,
old
good.
queen.
Oh, God.
Oh, that was good.
You know, you're a big fan of Mr. Mark
Better
Finley,
bitch.
huh?
Yes, I am.
Yes.
Very
And
much.
you were very eager to be on the panel.
Yes,
Yeah.
I've enjoyed Mark's performances for a long time now.
Yeah.
How
And
about
he-
his show that he does?
Oh, that too.
What is wrong with you people? That's all it gets. People, let's get control of the show. Let's screw the panel from now on. Let's not.
Stop.
Promise?
Oh, like it hasn't been done.
Like it hasn't been done. Let's meet our guest today. We have Mark Finley. Like I said, he's a comedian. He has a laundry list of all the talents he does. He's a singer. He is an actor. He is a comedian. He is lip sync artist. He's a host of many different events throughout the city. Let's meet Mr. Mark Finley. Hello, Mark. Hello. How are you? No, both sides. How are you?
I'm fabulous.
What did you bring to show us here?
Oh, well, I have her in there.
Her is in. So
Her is right here.
All right.
This is
just two. That's it.
that's her right there.
And I asked-
Here, everybody needs a Barbie.
Oh, bless you.
So
I got my own Barbie,
yeah,
which is a
this is-
signature.
Yes, I believe that it's not my signature, but I think everybody needs a Barbie.
Yeah.
Is that
Because-
dysfunctional Barbie?
This is.
No, this is not politically correct size Barbie either. She's
This is date rape Barbie.
yeah,
Which
basically, yeah,
it comes with its own whistle.
yeah, exactly.
Great.
It's fabulous.
Thank you very much.
Yes.
It's very nice. And before the show, I asked you how long does it take you to pull yourself together, and you said just minutes.
Minutes, just minutes.
And you were very gracious enough to say, "Hey, I can do it on camera."
Yeah, because, well, it's like after you've done something for 20 years, it just sort of, becomes habit.
Do you have enough room here? Okay.
I'll put it down here.
All right. So 20 years you've been doing this. Huh?
Yeah.
20 years.
Yeah, I know. Isn't that amazing?
What were you thinking?
Um,
How did it start out for you?
it started out when I was a kid,
Yeah.
and
Did you dress up at that
I
time?
dressed up at that time. I wore my sister's brownie uniform
What did
and
you
would
like
play,
doing that?
and play around the neighborhood in it
Okay.
when I was 8. And I also in the summer I wore her bathing suits, her one piece, like single shoulder strap, tiger stripe bathing suits and things like that.
Okay.
Yeah, it started at a very young age.
And did your parents worry at that time?
I think they were unawares.
They didn't know.
No, I think they. Well, I think I think they knew, but I think they were trying to be blind.
Blind to the whole bit.
Yeah, because they're Baptists.
Okay.
So things like that just don't happen to Baptists.
Now, do you think because they were were they very strict Baptists?
Oh yes, very strict Baptists.
Do you think as a result?
Dad was a deacon in the church,
let's see.
and Mother played the organ, and I played the piano.
And did you try to get attention?
Did I try to get attention? Constantly.
Constantly. And they just
And
put
I
a
was the
blind eye to
baby.
you.
I was the baby. Yeah.
Oh my goodness. Out of how many kids?
2.
Oh, okay. So 2 kids. Mm-hmm. And you still didn't get enough attention, huh?
Oh well, we both fought for attention.
All right.
Yeah, everybody fights for attention. My sister tried to kill me 3 times.
3 times?
Yeah, she tried to kill me. 3
Before
times.
what age? Would it be funny at 9 months in the womb?
Well, no.
She took a coat hanger to your mom.
I'm adopted, so it's
Okay, oh, I'm sorry.
You see?
I didn't know.
You see, you speak out of turn, and then you put your foot in your mouth.
That's right.
That's okay. I don't care if you're an idiot. Go right ahead. See, the one thing that I did forget to do though today is I forgot to bring my hand mirror. So I'm going to be doing my entire face out of a mirror this big.
Yeah, compact.
So it'll be interesting. So yeah.
And then you perform as an artist throughout the city.
Yeah, I've all over the city, all over the country. And
you make a good living doing this?
Yeah, no.
No? Because you're not being paid very well here.
Yeah, well,
Nothing.
and I bought a Barbie.
Yeah.
So
You're out of money just for showing up.
I've already stuffed on the deal already.
Well, let's take a round of questions from the panel. Okay,
All right.
We're going to start with Geno. Geno, go ahead.
Oh, golly. What do you think is the most important characteristic to have as a female impersonator?
A personality and ability to deal with the public and and being able to admit that you don't do everything yourself.
Meaning what?
What? I mean, I think I have to say this in this community, in this drag community, everybody's a very cliquish,
Okay.
and kind of mean to each other.
And why is that?
I don't know.
It shouldn't be, because
I don't know why they do that.
Support each other.
Yeah,
a
I
little
know.
bit.
It's
So
so,
comedy's the same way.
yeah. Oh, comedians in this town are cutthroat.
Yes.
Totally cutthroat.
And they shouldn't be. They should.
No,
Everybody
they
should be
shouldn't
thrilled
be.
for everyone's success. It's
Yeah,
not-
People just
exactly.
be more like us.
Yeah.
Nice to everyone.
I'm nice to everybody.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, it's important. It's important. I think that's very important.
Your faces
and,
coming together
and
very
talent.
nicely. And talent.
Talent is another. Yeah, because I hate to admit it, there are some people out there that you have no talent.
But there are some wonderfully talented.
Then there are some people who are they blow my socks off.
Yeah. How come you don't have a name? Why don't you have,
That's
like,
my question, you bastard.
oh, Mark, chocolate, vanilla, ice
Satin
cream, satin shimmer. There you go.
No.
Yeah, but why do you
Well,
stick
see,
with-
you see, when I lived in New York,
Yes.
I had drag names.
Which were?
Oh, several.
Several, like what?
I was Zero with an X. I was Diva, Deja Vu, but it's Diva, D''VAH.
Okay.
Sort of breathy Diva.
Diva.
Deja Vu, haven't we met somewhere before? So, that's how I introduce myself all the time. Anyway, but when I came out here to Seattle, the paper was having a really hard time figuring out whether to put my boy name or my girl name in the paper. So it would, they didn't really know what to do. So I just said, you know what? I'm just going to make it simpler for all of us. My name is Mark Finley, is Mark Finley, is Mark Finley.
And period.
Period. That's it.
Well, that's good. That's good.
So it's easy, it's easier that way. And also, I figured all the other, truly wonderful female impersonators, Charles Bush, Charles Pierce, if you notice, those are not girl names. So, what's wrong with using my boy name? I am a boy. I do have a penis, and it's there for a reason.
Okay, all right. All right. Go ahead, Katie, on that note.
Do you design your own clothing, and where do you get your shoes?
Okay. I used to make all my own clothes. I don't much anymore. Now I buy off the rack. I buy a lot of things around town. if I make something, it's usually like for a special occasion, for a special event. I'll make something, you know, for like let's see, I when I ran for Miss Neighbors, they said evening wear, and so it got out that I was going to be dressed in a nightie, and I said, well, you know, everybody's knowing that I'm going to come in a nightie, so I'm just going to go one step better. And I made a dress that was a bed strap to my back, and that was my evening wear.
That's funny.
Yeah, it was very funny.
And did you make Miss Neighbors?
Yeah, I did.
Congratulations.
Yeah. And then I was Miss Gay Seattle and all sorts of anything, but you know. And where do I get my shoes? Well, I usually get my shoes from a place in New York, and because they know me and they have my shoe, and it's the same shoe that I've worn for a million years, and I can just call them up and say, hello, Bubbles, you know, send me a pair of shoes, and the next day I have shoes. But I found out that I can get shoes at the Volume Shoe Source
Oh,
Really?
my goodness.
in my size. And I got some really kicky little Joan Crawford fuck me pumps that I'm going to have on here in just a minute.
Oh, well,
that
okay.
I got there.
You too could get a pair like that, Katie.
You could.
Or
Come
Geno
here.
or Dave.
Yeah, come hither and yawn. Sorry.
I know I bought Dave his pumps one time.
And they were too big. I had to stuff the toes with toilet paper.
Really? Well, you know, Mark, you're large for a man, and then to go into a clothing store and to find clothes that are going to fit, that's got to be tough.
Actually, no, it's not.
No,
It's really not. No, honey, there are a lot of
large women.
large women.
Okay.
And
And do you stick around the Capitol Hill area, or do you?
oh no, I
do
shop
that-
downtown.
And are people shocked when a man is going through the
Sometimes.
women's
As long as
department?
he's not
Sometimes,
kicking penalties, everything's okay.
But as long as I have, yeah, honey, as long as I have cash. I mean, that's the thing. When I lived in New York, I shopped at, you know, I went and would buy, every once in a while, buy a dress at Saks, and I'd go shopping at Saks, and people would go, how can you do that? And I said, honey, I got money just like the rest of them.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
green and it buys things.
Do you have a story that you could tell?
What, do I have a story?
Anything?
About shopping?
Yeah.
Oh well, there
us a
was one time that I was at one of my favorite stores, Cross Dress for Less, and they weren't going to let me change. I wanted to try these dresses on, and they weren't going to let me change upstairs on the women's floor. They said you have to go downstairs to the men's. And I was like, okay, so I went downstairs and I took the you know, the dresses with me, and I went downstairs and they were like, you can't try those on. I'm like, why not? Well, they don't come from this floor. It's like
They just told me to come down.
They just told me to come down, and they were like, why are you trying on dresses anyway? And I was like, because it's my job. And they were like, their eyes got like this big. You wear dresses for a job? Yes, honey. Yes, Virginia. There is a drag queen. You know.
Okay, Dave, question.
Oh, Mark, it's great to have you back in Seattle
Thank you,
again.
thank you,
You were
thank
gone
you.
for a while.
Yes.
Now, weren't you part of the original Wigstock?
Yes. I was part of the original Wigstock.
How was that experience?
It was wild. In those days, it was really different in New York in those days. It wasn't so, everybody wasn't so competitive and hungry to make their dollar. It was back when we were all having fun rather than being a commercial enterprise, worrying about being a commercial enterprise. And that's sort of when drag sort of lost its fun for me in New York, was when they started getting really commercial. Because I was like, this is not why I'm doing it. And the first Wigstocks were really fun. It was very impromptu. It started because we were all at the Pyramid, and it was after the Pyramid had closed, and we went outside, and there was a park right across the street from the Pyramid, and there was like a little stage-ette area, and we started, you know, we were intoxicated. And slightly, ever so
Just a
slightly.
little bit.
Ever so slightly. And we started performing, and it went from there, and we were like, oh God, what if we could really do this? And Bunny and Lahoma took it upon themselves to get it together and do it, so.
And how many have they done now?
This year will be 15.
Yeah.
This
15
year,
years,
15 years, yeah.
And you were there at the beginning.
Yeah, first 3 years.
So that's nice. Now, I'm looking at your forehead. There's a scar. What happened to your head?
I had a case of shingles, and that's, aggravated nerve endings. And it came out on my forehead
I see.
and left a big, huge scar.
Pox.
Pox. Big, huge scar right in the middle of my forehead.
That you wear proudly at.
For the longest time, I was going to go get it taken care of,
Uh-huh.
like go get it, sanded off. And I was like, fuck it. It's there.
There it is.
It's my body. I'm sorry. I'm the one that screwed it up. I mean, that's how I figure it. You have scars and you cut yourself and everything, and you go, well, you only get one skin this time. So, I mean, it's your own fault if you fuck it up.
Okay.
Oh, that's character.
It's like, honey, I have.
Maybe if you were younger, you'd be
Character
thinking
despair.
about having it
And
sanded.
it's a-
If I was younger,
you grow comfortable with your body as older you get.
Yeah, well, I'm never comfortable with my body. I'm always complaining about
I look at
something.
conversations or scars as conversation pieces.
Sure.
Yeah,
And
sometimes.
it just became one. Geno.
Who would you would have to say would be some of your maybe celebrity inspirations for your
My celebrity inspirations would be my drag mothers, the people who first, started me with performing drag in New York, and that was Angel Jack and Divine and some other people. They were really my inspiration. Charles Pierce was always an inspiration. From the time I was a kid, I always wanted to perform. I always had favorite performers. Carol Channing, Jerry Lewis, Lily Tomlin.
Funny you said Carol Channing. The other night I met you at the Fifth Avenue party for Victor Victoria.
Yes.
The press party.
Yes.
And you had a Carol Channing wig on.
Yes.
And you were doing jokes.
Yes.
And poor Carol.
Yes. She's getting a divorce.
Yeah, yes.
Because her husband, has been siphoning money off my salary for years.
Unbelievable.
I know. How that could happen right under my own nose.
You met Carol when she was here last time.
Yes,
didn't you?
yes.
Did you?
She performed at my birthday show
Yeah.
at Neighbors.
Oh,
Yeah.
You
great.
sing Jazzy Baby?
Oh, no, she didn't sing a number. She was just there. And
Was she gracious?
Oh, she was fabulous.
Yeah. Who else have you met?
Who else?
Celebrity
Oh,
wise.
God.
Who have you met that's impressed you?
God, I've met so many people.
Have you met Joan Rivers?
Yes,
I love Joan Rivers.
she's nice.
Is she nice?
You know who's impressive?
Who?
Gregory Peck.
Greg Peck, huh?
Gregory Peck is impressive.
Why so?
He's a very commanding presence. He's like 6'3", and just
And a gentleman.
and a total gentleman,
That's
and
great.
just he's majestic. He's really majestic. He's awe-inspiring. I really find when I met him, I was truly awe-inspired. Another famous person that I will always remember and love is Dizzy Gillespie. Dizzy Gillespie told me backstage at an event that I was working on. He goes, you're a sweet little gay boy. If I was a gay boy, I'd want somebody just like you.
Oh, that's sweet. That's very nice.
And I was just like, oh, Dizzy, that just sort of made my life. Okay, so, I've met working in nightclubs, over the years, and in theater, I've met so many people. I've worked with a lot of people who are famous. I used to date people who you would know. My first lover was Merritt Buttrick. I don't know if that, you have no idea. Did you ever see the Star Trek movies?
Yes.
Okay, Star Trek Wrath of Khan, Kirk's son, the blonde,
Yes.
Square Pegs. He was Johnny Slash on Square
You
Pegs.
dated him?
Yeah, he was my first lover.
Really?
Yes.
Who knew it? You found out first on Panel Talk,
Yeah,
Paul.
and his dick points to the left. But he's dead, so it's okay.
All right. Okay. All right. All right. All right. Now, go ahead, Katie.
Do you have any favorite numbers that you enjoy performing over and over? Because I've seen you do. God, what was the one you used to do all the time up at Neighbors?
The way you say it.
Oh, well, no, honey, it's true. You can only do so many numbers so many times, so.
You have to recycle.
Do you have a favorite of the ones?
Do I have a favorite number? Yeah, I do. I have a favorite number. Yeah, I do have a favorite number.
Which is?
Is it 8?
What? Is it what?
8.
The number 8.
8, yes. 3.
9.5.
Yeah. Nothing less than a 10. Oh, I'm so trashy whore. Okay. I love, there are a lot of numbers I love. I really love doing Some People. Eliza Minnelli's version of Some People.
From Gypsy.
And I also love doing Ruth Brown's If I Can't Sell It, I'm Gonna Sit on It Because I Sure Ain't Gonna Give It Away. Better known in this town as Mark Finley's chair number.
Okay, that's the one I've seen.
Yeah. Yeah, I love that, and I love doing Glitter and Be Gay from Candide,
Okay.
which is wonderful.
When you have, do you consider this your mask? I mean, let's get philosophical
Oh yeah,
for
oh
a
yeah,
minute.
oh yeah, oh definitely.
Is it easier for you to approach people or say things when you have your mask?
100%.
Yeah.
100%.
So you're more outgoing as a woman than you are.
Oh, most totally.
Yeah.
Oh yes, definitely. Oh, without a doubt.
Okay.
Oh yeah. You can do anything in a dress.
Really?
You can get away with anything in a dress. And just smile.
And just smile.
Just smile.
And just look pretty.
Just hello, I'm pretty.
Dave, do you have a question?
Seattle seems to have a problem with keeping camp drag going. I mean, it seems like everybody that's getting into the business now is doing glam drag.
Yeah. People
Why
do,
is that?
Why is that? It goes in phases. It goes in cycles, and that's just sort of how it is. Because when new drag queens come in, they want to be different from what's going on already, and so you're going through a cycle where there was a lot of camp drag, and now there's a lot of glam drag. And I think also the reason why we have more glam drag is because of the fact that the model industry and the fashion industry and going out are so interconnected these days.
Yeah.
That that you have to be a fashion plate. You have to be au courant, or it just doesn't.
And that's where the money is.
Yeah,
for
and that's
sure.
where
I mean, well,
Yeah.
even people that used to be camp have kind of switched.
Yeah, I've sort of
over.
switched modes. You have to keep changing. If you stay exactly the same all the time, it's going to be totally boring.
Yeah.
Life would just why bother?
Now, I'm sure you're a clothes horse.
Yeah, I am.
And more clothes as a man or as a woman?
I have more girl clothes.
Do you?
Yeah, I do. I have to. No, well, it's about equal now, isn't it? About half. Half. Did I have? Could you hold this right here? Thank you, my love.
You're welcome. And Geno, go ahead.
Based upon the success of your first novel, do you have any
Stop.
plans to write a follow-up?
You should write a book.
I've been approached several times about writing a book.
And why don't you?
I don't know what I'd write. Everybody says, "Oh, Mark, you have so many fascinating stories. Your life has been so interesting." And it's like,
But you don't agree, huh?
well, I do. I mean, I've had a wonderful life. I've had a wonderful
life.
Zazu, where's your pedals? Zuzu's pedals. Yeah, that's it. That's it. Look, Daddy, an angel just got his wings.
Teacher says every time an angel gets his wings.
So anyway, what was I saying? I forget now.
Oh, about
You've had a wonderful life.
Oh, a book. Yeah, I've had a really wonderful life, and I mean, I guess there's thank you, dear.
You're welcome.
I guess there are stories that would be really fun to hear because I mean, I know people who know me. Like people always request the Imogen Coca story. I have lots of little funny anecdotes because I worked backstage at a lot of like major events in New York with a lot of stars, and so when you're put in charge of talent at what I like to call a cattle call show where there's just hundreds and hundreds of stars each doing one number and it's there's no rehearsal, they've all rehearsed separate and you just throw it together for one night of revelry, and so you have to it's like that was truly the experience of my life.
2 minutes, can you believe that?
Oh my God, I'm sorry.
No, that's okay.
Mr. Conte.
They just
I'm
said,
sorry.
we have to pull it together here.
Oh well,
And you
please.
brought Carol Channing with you. Is
Of
that
course
Carol?
I did.
How many wigs do you have?
How many wigs do I have? I have several. I have several wigs.
Several wigs.
Yeah.
Is there anyone you'd like to meet that you haven't met yet?
Not really. I think I've been very fortunate. I've always
Oh my goodness.
Got to meet who I wanted to meet when I wanted to meet them, basically.
Have you met Bette Midler?
Yes. Oh, I've met Bette Midler. Yes, we Bette Midler and I got drunk on vodka stingers together one night.
Really?
Yeah. That was a long time ago.
Who else? Liza Minnelli? Would she?
Liza
consider
Minnelli.
another diva?
Liza Minnelli, I have met. I've waited on her when I worked at Tower Records in New York.
Really?
Yeah.
What did she buy?
She came in. She came in at like 12 o'clock, 1 o'clock in the morning, just spinning like a kite. And, sorry, Liza, you were. She was spinning like a kite, and she was looking for the CD of Mel Torme's son's band,
All right.
and that's all she knew.
That's all she knew, huh?
Yeah, and she was like,
It was hard to help her out.
yeah, it was very hard to help her out, and she was, she was pretty flying. That's it.
That's it.
And
We
what-
have half a minute and you're all pulled
Oh, look.
together. You look terrific.
No, I can't whistle.
Great. Thank you very much.
We can't
For
whistle,
getting
but
the
we
hand.
whistle.
Thank you very much, Mark Finley. The best.